with a reaction, man. What's up, YouTube? They got Durk, man, on a murder for hire. Let's get into it, man.
They got Durk.
The feds do not pick up a case unless it's a slam dunk.
Facts.
Rappers
The
alleged
feds.
revenge. The FBI exposing a network of crimes, including a murder for hire plot that they say Durk Devontae Banks ordered. They say he wanted Quando Rondo dead.
I think maybe he was fired for a reason.
The guns, cars, credit cards, and flights that the feds say are all linked to Durk. And was there really a snake in the grass?
Huh? So you telling me he purchased flights and rental cars for them to commit the murder under his name? Come on, Durk. You can't be that slow, bro.
Amongst his
You
own
cannot be that slow.
A snitch wearing a wire. We've got a lawyer breaking this all down for us. I'm Justin Carter in Chicago.
One of his... Hold on. Did I hear that right?
OTF, a snitch wearing a wire. We've got a lawyer.
One of his folks was wearing a wire?
I'm Justin Carter in Chicago.
Never. Somebody was ratting.
This case is extremely complex and expected to take months, if not years, to try in court. But before we get into this alleged murder for hire plot, how did we get here in the first place? Well, the FBI says on November 26, 2020 is when things really popped off. King Von, a rapper and friend of Lil Durk, and rapper Quando Rondo, they got into a fight at an Atlanta nightclub. It was captured on surveillance. We're not showing the whole thing because it's graphic, but police say that Rondo's friend pulled a gun and shot King Von several times, killing him. Authorities say that
self-defense.
That he would pay a bounty to anybody willing to kill Rondo. Well, 2 years later, that murder for hire plot allegedly came together. It was captured on camera. Listen closely. That's Georgia-born rapper.
You can hear the pain in his voice. And you telling me y'all had 2 years? 2 years to come up with a plan, and you came up with that BS? Come on, Durk.
Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Bowman. He was frantic, hysterical. August 19, 2022, he and his cousin, Saviaya Lil Pab Robinson,
that was his cousin that got hit up?
At this Beverly Hills gas station. You can see the Cadillac Escalade they were in shot up. Can I get some space, please? First responders pulled Lil Pab out and tried to save him, but it was too late. He died. Rondo wasn't injured.
The suspects still on the run.
And the suspects approached from the alley, got out of the car, and started shooting at those victims.
Those suspects we found out last week were members of the OTF music group. It stands for Only in the Family, a group that Lil Durk started. The shooting suspects.
They gonna cook Durk just because he started it. He the boss.
Keith Flocka Jones, David Brown Eyes Lindsay, and Asa Boogie Houston.
The federal government is way different. The way they do their indictments and the way that they do their discovery and their timelines are extremely more detailed and they're quick.
Defense attorney Kayla Bumpus isn't connected to the case, but
since they got Durk, he's cooked. I hope I'm wrong, but if the feds got you, you're cooked.
She does know the players involved.
Once you go federal, they pretty much have their case in chief.
Women have died preventable deaths across the country because in 22 states, doctors are barred from providing necessary care.
She walked us through the federal court records filed just last week. On August 18, 2022, according to the complaint, Durk's associates learned that Rondo was staying at a Los Angeles hotel. That day, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and a fifth unnamed suspect all flew from Chicago to San Diego. Quote, using a credit card associated with OTF. Co-conspirator 3 would purchase airline tickets for the co-conspirators.
How dumb can you be?
California and murder Quando Rondo. Also that day, Durk sent this text message to an associate, quote, Don't book no flights under no names involved with me, end quote.
He's cooked. They said Durk said that. He's cooked.
Once all the alleged players got to LA, the OTF members met Kevon
And they didn't listen.
who had already flown there by private jet.
In the indictment, they talk about who purchased those ski masks and that they were purchased the day of the
Goofy.
alleged murder.
That would be Grant, a top OTF associate who
Cook.
investigators say got the men hotel rooms, went to a sporting goods store, bought 4 ski masks, and rented 2 luxury cars, a white BMW sedan and a white Infiniti sedan. Grant allegedly gave them guns, including one that had been converted also into a machine gun. The next day, they allegedly
They're cooked. He said one of them had a switch on it.
made their move. The group followed Rondo and Robinson as they ran errands through Los Angeles. Their final stop was this Beverly Hills gas station. The suspects got out, opened fire into the Escalade, killing Robinson, who was standing outside the car. They missed Rondo, though. They went to an In-N-Out.
How do y'all miss him? He didn't get hit once? That's crazy.
And flew home. DeAndre Wilson allegedly paid them an undisclosed
Hold up. Did I just hear what I think I heard?
restaurant where they allegedly discussed payment and flew home. DeAndre Wilson allegedly paid them an undisclosed amount also for the crime.
They flew home the same day? Or the day
Grant,
after?
Jones,
Come on,
Lindsay,
bro.
Wilson, and Houston were all arrested last Thursday in Chicago on a list of serious weapons charges and conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Durk was also arrested on the same day
Cook.
in Miami.
I know that them being arrested probably prompted some fire to him as well because they were arrested before he was arrested.
And that's where it gets tricky. Investigators said in part, quote, that after law enforcement made the arrest and executed search warrants in Chicago, the FBI learned that Durk had been booked on 3 international flights scheduled to leave the United States. One to Dubai, one to Switzerland.
And then he had booked.
Durk was about to get up out of there. Gotta be quicker than that.
The private jet from Miami to Italy.
Mm.
And on his way to board that private jet is
They
where he was
got him.
arrested.
Arrested before he board.
Why would you do that?
Entertainment
Wow.
attorney Bradford Cohen spoke to the Law and Crime Network.
What's he mean why? He knew he was caught.
Jesse
He knew he was caught.
Weber.
I'm about to make y'all do your job. Come get me. They got him, but
Durk may not have been trying to flee, though.
Dubai is going to extradite you. Switzerland's going to extradite you. These countries are going to extradite. You know, the only 3 places that don't extradite are like you go to Vietnam, you go to Morocco. It was unusual that there were so many warrants, right? What's not unusual is sometimes where an individual doesn't know whether or not there's a warrant out for their arrest. And I've seen this before happen in the past, where some associates get arrested, and in order to see whether or not they have a warrant, because that's not public knowledge whether or not they have a warrant, they'll book an international flight, and it'll red flag them, and then they'll get a call from the FBI, or their lawyer will get a call, and they'll say like, hey, your client's red flag, they're trying to leave the country, just so you know, they're under investigation or XYZ, and you find out information you wouldn't necessarily find out.
We did reach out to Durk.
So is that what he was trying to do?
We're still waiting to hear back. No attorney information, though, has been listed for the other defendants. Now, it is important to note, too, that several blogs and media outlets claim that OTF Jam, whose real name is Casey Hester,
Is it right?
is listed by name in the indictment as a police informant, many claiming that he was wearing
No.
a wire around Durk for years to assist police.
No, for years? Someone that is taking care of you, feeding you? For years? So there's no telling what they know. Durk is cooked. I'm sorry, Durk is cooked.
Police and gathering evidence.
Wow.
Now, we've read all federal court documents related to this case,
Wow.
and OTF Jam was not listed or named in any of them. Durk and the other defendants named, they are being held right now pending transfer back to Los Angeles. We even saw Durk's father. He showed up in court over the weekend for his first court appearance. Now, Durk and the other defendants right now, if convicted, they could face a maximum statutory sentence of life in prison. Of course, following this. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
Hopefully you got a good lawyer, man. Listen, bro. In order to be a good criminal, you have to be smart. Using the company's credit cards, OTF credit cards. Come on, bro. You gotta be smart at that, bro. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Durk is cooked.